Alrighty, everybody. We're back for another episode of the Full Send Half Pass Podcast, episode 164. Tonight is going to be a fun one. We're going to talk about all of the awesome road racing we saw this weekend from St. Petersburg and Circuit of the Americas for IndyCar and NASCAR, respectively. We got Drivers of the Week, Boneheads of the Week. I was thinking there's another one we need to do that, every week as well, Tom. Maybe not this week, but we'll start this coming up soon. We need to have the Bad Luck Driver of the Week, where we just pick like 3 drivers who had the worst of luck one way or the other.
Yeah, worst luck. Yeah.
Yeah, and somehow made the best out of it. So maybe we'll start that third little segment or poll maybe next week's podcast. That would be fun. Also, we got just one small little bit of news to cover. And then we're going to preview this weekend's races. We've got NASCAR back and IndyCar doubleheader at Phoenix. And F1 is back this weekend. The Australian Grand Prix, one of the best races of the year on the F1 calendar, on the entire motorsports calendar, in my opinion. We'll break that race down with you guys, give you our picks, and leading into this year's 2026 Formula One World Championship. NASCAR Fantasy, which I feel like I did pretty good last week. We'll see if we can continue the momentum. And then F1 Fantasy. I posted that in the Discord earlier today. Make sure you guys get your drivers lined up, get your manufacturers in. I sent the link to join the F1 Fantasy as well as the code to use to get in. It should be fun. F1 Fantasy is back here in 2026. And then I do have one other little segment that I think will be fun if we get to it tonight or not. We'll see how this podcast goes lengthwise. But I thought this is something that I've kind of been thinking about over the last few weeks. And I'm like, you know what? This would be kind of cool to do this little topic. Maybe we'll get to it here later or not. But first, Tom's will be here tonight. Tom, how are you doing, man?
Great.
I'm still a little pissed off about this weekend, dude. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Oh, so mad, dude. Oh, fuck, dude. I even created that little that meme or whatever with Osama bin Suarez and Hail Hitler Hamlin. Yeah, I was so
can't wait to talk about
it, dude.
Can't wait to talk about it.
Oh man, pissed me off real quick. All right. First off, the World Dirt Championship season opener at Qatar has been postponed till later in the season with world threats and whatnot going on. My opinion here, Tom, is obviously motorsports taking the easy route with a lot of other sports and going to these oil-rich companies and chasing the dollar instead of racing in motorsports-loving countries. And this is just a sign of it.
I mean, they kind of asked for it. You know? To that one country in particular. I mean, we're still going to go to the race. It's just going to be a little later in the year, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we can't turn down the money.
Like 15 iron domes around the racetrack or something.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
You know?
Immobilized.
Could you imagine, dude? It'd be like midnight at the Daytona 24.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Bombs erupting.
It would be. It would be.
You know, landmines
and then you hear
everywhere.
Just screeching eagles in the background and Freebird playing. Yeah. I'm about that.
Oh, man. So, what is it? The season opener is now going to be moved to the second round, which was scheduled for the season, which is going to be at Imola, the 6-hour race there in April. So we got to wait a little bit longer for the World Endurance Championship to start this year. And we'll just keep and wait, I guess. I don't know what else to say. All right, Tom. Let's get into the races this weekend. Let's talk about the Truck Series race first. I think this was a banger of a race. I think it was an absolute dub for St. Petersburg. I think it was a dub for NASCAR. I think it was a dub for the Truck Series. I think that was one of the best truck races I've seen in the last 5 years. It was absolutely amazing. Side-by-side battling. You saw Honeycutt, Riggs, Majeski all battle their way through the field multiple times. Or, well, at least once for Riggs and then multiple times for both Majeski and for Honeycutt. Looked like Honeycutt had a fast track early. Then maybe they kind of missed it with the setup a little bit. The truck kind of went away in the long run. Then he kind of surged late. Majeski looked like maybe at points he had the best truck. He took it the battle to Riggs. Then he overshot the final corner and made a mistake, lost several positions. But Lane Riggs, phenomenal job. He was on Tom and my short list last week for guys that could win this race. I left the Holloway and Freed, I guess, for Tom on that one. He took it and got the win. Went 1 for 1 to start the weekend. What was your thoughts on the truck race, man? I thought it was super
I thought it
entertaining.
was. I think it was a great support series for IndyCar, but not only that, it opens up the doors for more of those back-to-back weekends with, in my opinion, a racing series that's struggling and a racing series that's thriving. And the only way that that can work is if they benefit each other. And it honestly, it showed this weekend that it benefited each other. There were
Yeah,
people there who wanted to watch IndyCar that got treated to that truck series race. Not only that, we had ex IndyCar drivers in the truck race, and then the IndyCar race came around, and just a little precursor to that was a fucking banger too. We had some awesome racing with the IndyCar. I mean, all weekend long in St. Pete was just awesome. The only race that I didn't get to watch, or that I didn't even watch a highlight reel from, was the MX5s. But I
yeah.
know that race was probably freaking banger too. So just the people in St. Petersburg themselves were just treated immensely this weekend, with the racing that was going on in track. But I think that this needs to be a staple on the calendar for the truck series moving forward, just for relationship ties with a series that's almost doing everything right versus a series that consistently chooses everything wrong, and that the only benefit here are the people and the fans that show up. I just think that there's too many benefits to fit into an hour to talk about here about the truck series being there with IndyCar.
No, I agree. I think St. Petersburg is basically turning itself into a must-get TV or must-get ticket on the yearly calendar for motorsports. If you have the opportunity to go to like maybe like 2, 3, 4 races a year, I think St. Petersburg now has got to be moved up on your list as one of those races you want to
Yeah.
go to. Nice weather. It's Florida in early March, late February. A great backdrop. It was warm out, like we'll talk about with Dario Franchitti, who had a great run this weekend. Unfortunately, had some issues with hitting the wall. End up getting a DNF or not DNF, but didn't get the result that he deserved. Hinchcliffe had a fun, interesting race. There was a moment where into turn one where Dario kind of overshot the corner, got a little bit of wheel hop. It looked like he was gonna wreck. Runs into Hinch a little bit. Just absolute cinema, dude. I loved that part of the race. It was so much fun. I think Hinch ended up driving through the field like twice in this race, and he ends up coming up with a top 10 finish, even though he got spun out once. Obviously, had the Dario Franchitti issue, maybe an issue on a pit stop. I mean, I thought it was entertaining with what Hinch and Dario did this weekend. I think that they definitely were the show this weekend. Another thing I did want to talk about, Tom, was the broadcast was absolutely terrible. When you bring in a guy, Townsend Bell, who was on record saying he had never seen a truck series race in his entire life, shows up into the booth and does better at broadcasting and being insightful on the information of the race, on top of the technological advances of the trucks, the engineering side. Like, he knew so much about the truck series without having any truck series knowledge. And you've got Mikey over here talking about twinks, and you got Jamie Little talking about whatever the fuck she was talking about. Townsend Bell carried that broadcast, Tom. I say it all the time. The best three broadcasters in the business are Townsend Bell, Lee Diffie, and Calvin Fish. There is no other better group than those guys.
Yeah, a wet paper bag could do better than fucking Jamie Little at this point. And then, I'm serious, Michael Waltrip needs to go to rehab. I think he is actually drunk the entire time. I think he lives his life one bottle of Tito's at a time. I don't know how he still has a job. That premium on his health insurance has got to be just insane.
He's like a wine drunk housewife, dude. It's what he literally acts like, dude. It's terrible.
I mean,
it's
he
so
puts
bad.
some of the people out on the streets of LA to shame. I don't understand how he still has a job doing that. The dude needs help. Like, he's actually screaming for help during the broadcast.
It's rough, dude.
Who mixes up kink and twink?
Well,
only members of like the BDSM community.
The BDSM.
You know what I mean? It's so bad.
You probably spent too much time at the St. Petersburg nightclub the night before, dude. You know, the rainbow row.
Dude, It's so bad.
It was terrible,
And
man.
I mean, I've said this a million times. The Jamie Little experiment has got to end. At this point, uh, it's we got to nuke that program. I mean, put that program in Iran right now and just let it do what it needs to do. You know, just let it go away forever. So we don't have to see it or hear it again.
They should have just had Townsend Bell and Will Buxton call the race. I mean, both of them on record saying they've never seen a truck series race in their life, and they both were so insightful the whole weekend about it. Like, why couldn't they do with the broadcast?
Lee Diffie?
Yeah, no shit. Well, it was on Fox since he's NBC.
I mean, I don't care. What is he doing right now? Like,
he's broadcasting Supercross. He was at Daytona this weekend for the Supercross race.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, he's employed by
those
NBC.
Lucky fuckers.
Yeah. We won't get him until the next IMSA race, and then the second half of the season for NASCAR. Yeah.
Lucky.
Oh, TP's in the chat. Good races this weekend for sure. And he says, "Bro, you guys are on one tonight." Oh, we're just getting started, bud. We haven't even got into the breakdown of the other races yet. We're just getting started. Sit down, get your popcorn ready, motherfuckers. We're getting into this shit. Oh man. Alrighty. What else about this race? Oh yeah, Lane Briggs wins, obviously. We talked about the weekend in whole. I thought it was a great race, man. I enjoyed it. Let's talk about the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series race. This was the Glizzy Van Zilly show, man. Early in that race, dude, it looked like that's what it was gonna be. Obviously, Zilich had his brake issues. I think they had to replace the brake rotors and everything on the race truck or the race car on the rear end. Went back to what, like P27, P28 on that P30, I think it was, honestly, P31, something like that. Drove his way all the way through the field with what was it, like 17 laps to go with that final stint when he got back on track at 31st, drove all the way up to 4th, and then the carnage happens. He gets absolutely Osama bin Dade to absolute fucking oblivion. I sat here on Tuesday last week on this fucking podcast. You can go back and rewatch the podcast. I sat here with Tom for probably 5 to 10 minutes and defended Corey Day because of all the hate that man had been getting on the internet. I was like, he's got a lot of talent, making mistakes, but he's fast. His car, if he could find a way to get to the end of these races and quit driving like a 30-lap feature, this man could probably be something. You know what, Tom? My opinion is completely shifted 180 on that motherfucker. I can't stand Corey Day anymore. I think the experiment is rendered. You said that about Jamie Little. Let's nuke that shit and send that off to another foreign country with the Ethiopians and shit. You know what I mean? Let's send Corey Day back to the dirt ranks and let's give up on this whole idea that he's going to be successful. I don't know what the hell Jeff Gordon, Kyle Larson, Rick Hendrick, and Chad fucking Knaus are thinking by putting this guy in their race car full time, by the way, in a Hendrick supplied car. And he's just going to consistently go out and absolutely just ass pack people. I mean, he is the definition of #MeToo. That's why that exists. Because he's out here absolutely low dicking it and just running over it. Last week, runs over Carson Kvapil at Atlanta. Daytona, I think he hit everything but the hot dog stand. And the only reason he didn't hit the hot dog stand is because it closed early. I mean, this guy is a fucking clown, dude. Runs over Zilich for P4 late in this race, and then has the audacity in his post-race interview, Tom, to get out of the car with that stupid fucking look on his face. He looks like he has one brain cell, maybe two. They're probably arguing right now about who the hell should be doing this shit. I mean, this guy is an absolute fraudulent motherfucker, dude. He is the definition of hack. I can't believe it. And then says, "Oh, I misjudged it." You didn't misjudge shit. You know what you misjudged? Misjudging your ability to drive at the top levels of NASCAR, bruh. Get the hell out of here with that bullcrap, dude. And then Zilich, it says, I wanted an apology. I figured he'd come up and apologize because we're technically quasi teammates. And then he comes and he just sits there and stares at him like an absolute buffoon. I'm off the Corey Day train, bro. This dude, I swear to God, dude, there isn't a bus short enough to house this guy. This guy is so damn dumb, dude. I mean, honestly, if he was, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna get canceled if I say that. But this guy is terrible, dude. He is absolutely garbage. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think that I think that Corey Day has a problem with not looking stupid. I think his face just screams stupid. You know what I mean? I think that even I mean, at this point, let's be honest, the paint scheme that's on that car that is also associated with that number 5 car just screams retard. You know what I mean? Feel me?
I'm with you, man. I mean, it's a gene, bro. Like, like some people are born with like receptive genes. Like some people are born with autism. Some people are born with ADHD. I think Corey Day's born with a loose screw, man. That dude, he ain't got much left, dude. He is the epitome of special needs child. Like he definitely took the short bus to school. He definitely was in special classes, not for smart and talented kids. No, no, no. He's in that closet down the hall where they keep him out of sight. They walk to lunch with a chain together, like they have their own special recess time. This guy's a clown, dude. I don't understand this whole idea. And we see it with, this is not more than just Corey Day, right? This whole problem is the problem with a lot of this motorsport stuff, right? Everybody's saying it's approval process. I don't think it's the approval process at all. There's a lot of guys that are deserving of opportunities they have. The problem is, Tom, this is the fucking problem with modern motorsports, is you have one guy come out of the dirt ranks and has somewhat kind of success. So what is the new craze? We're going to go get us as many dirt late model, dirt modified, dirt sprint cars, midget drivers we can find, and we're going to try and make them NASCAR superstars. And it doesn't fucking work out. We're going to go find, we have Josh Berry wins one cup race, a couple of Xfinity races, whatever. And now our whole mission is we're going to go see how many of these Cars Tour super late model modified asphalt short trackers we can find. And we're going to turn them into NASCAR superstars. And then you turn around and you got fucking midget Tyrell. You know what I mean? Like this whole experiment of just trying to fit people into a mold that a few people have broken out of is absolutely ridiculous. It was like the 2007s, dude. When Montoya came in and had success. So then we end up bringing in God knows how many people from sports cars and IndyCar into NASCAR. You know what I mean? Like it's this freaking evolving trend where not everybody has it to make it in this series. Let's just leave it alone, dude. Let's leave it alone. Some people are going to make it, some aren't. These experiments are just pissing me off, dude. Because now we have Corey Days, we have Corey LaJoyes, we have Daniel fucking Suarez. That's another thing. Bringing in as many foreign drivers as we can to grow the sport. Fuck you. We ain't coming to your country, motherfuckers, to come race, but we're going to steal your guys' driver talent and bring them over to America so you guys watch
let's
us.
not go that far. We're talking about Osama bin Suarez here.
But it's just the asinine thought process here. It's ridiculous, man. It was a good race until the very end, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off, and I'm still mad about it. I mean, who's Corey Day going to run into next week? You know what I mean? Because he's going to run into somebody next week. It's going to happen. This dude has no remorse in his soul. He has enough talent to put himself into situations to be a menace, but not enough talent to understand how dumb he is when he does these things. We're just going to continually hire the next Corey Day, the next Corey LaJoie, the next Daniel frickin' Suarez, and the next midget Tyrell, and they're going to continue to move through the ranks of NASCAR. And it just illegitimizes the integrity of the sport. I don't give a shit what the approval process is. You know who's right for the sport? A guy like Cletus, because he races 3 races a year, and if he wrecks his own shit, or gets wrecked by somebody else. But he's bringing popularity to the sport, and he's entertaining as hell. Not a midget. Not a Corey Day. Not a Daniel Suarez. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to add? Oh, Glizzy wins, by the way. I should have mentioned that. Finally breaks the COTA curse, I guess, and wins one.
No. I don't have anything else. There really isn't anything else to say. Really.
That was the race. The whole race was Zilly, Glizzy, and then Zilly getting taken out.
Well, technically, the whole race was Zilly because the show that he put on to get back to the front and then go to the back, to the front, to the back, to the front, or somewhat to the front was the show. That was the show.
All weekend.
Glizzy just stayed up front.
Yeah.
Glizzy just stayed up front. I mean, that's just what he did. I mean, he was just doing his deal, you know? Zilich never really even got to do his own deal. He just kept getting screwed. So there's that, I think.
It's unbelievable, man. I can't even put it into perspective. Like, I guess we'll talk about it more at the Cup race. But yeah, I thought the O'Reilly's Auto Part race was good. I love COTA personally. I love all road racing in NASCAR. I think it's the best racing, dude. And anybody that said that was a bore, you can go shove it up your ass, dude. Fuck off. Don't fuck with my racing. Real quick, the Indy NXT race. Rookie Nikita Johnson. That was a shocker with ECR Power or ECR affiliate team ends up winning. Unbelievable. That was not who me and Tom had on our short list of winners this weekend. That was a shocker there. And he didn't just win. He kicked their ass, dude. He put on a dominant performance. So, again, big dub out of St. Pete, man. That was another great performance. And then we'll move into the IndyCar race, the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Stingray Rob. Osama bin, or no, this is Stalin Rob, dude. Stalin Rob. Stalin Stingray. Absolutely. Full sends it into turn 4, dude. And just wipes out Mick Schumacher and Santino Ferrucci. Mick Schumacher didn't even get a chance in his first IndyCar race. I mean, that was pathetic, dude. He drove that thing in like 800 yards further into that freaking zone than he should have, dude. Locked it up and yeah, just absolutely killed the wall. I mean, what an absolute joke Stingray Rob is. How is he still in NASCAR or in IndyCar, dude? It's an absolute shame and shit show.
I think the real question is, how did he keep his job over Cooter? Because even though Cooter is not anywhere near, I would say even talented. I think Cooter could wheel a car better than Stingray.
Facts.
That's saying something. That's really saying something right there.
It's that big money, dude. It's that big money that's keeping Stingray in there, dude. There's no other reason, dude. There's no other reason.
I've got a wing end plate right over here hanging on my wall when I was working on Connor Daly's car in 2017, where he wrecked before the green flag at Long Beach. That's saying a lot. Just saying. Yeah. I don't know how Stingray's still in there, honestly. I mean, obviously it's money. But Connor had the AM/PM deal, and it was with Connor, and now Junkos is trying to continue this AM/PM thing when it's Connor's deal. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stick up for Connor at all.
No.
I'm really not.
No, I think the Stingray experiment's going to be done before we know it, dude, to be honest. I don't think it's going to last much longer. I think this is the final season. He might not even make the full season, to be honest with you, dude. He is definitely not looking like an IndyCar star or even any IndyCar talent at all. I feel bad for Mick Schumacher, though, because he got a lot of hate on the internet for wrecking out here, but it's like, dude, he even get a chance. Like, I mean, I understand he qualified bad and he put himself in that situation, but dude, he didn't even get a chance. He only made it 3 corners before he got wiped out by somebody else. And now he's going to Phoenix, and it's gonna be another bad look because he's never seen an oval in his life. He won't have been on an oval till literally race day. I mean,
he had the Phoenix test.
Well, yeah, but I mean, racing, like his first oval race. I mean, you can say all you want about a test. I get it, but racing's all completely different, especially when you're out there with that many different cars with all the dirty air. It's a kind of a short track too, in essence for IndyCar. It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting. Uh, Early in this race, it looked like Scotty Mack was gonna win. They were on I believe they started on the hard tires, him and Ericsson, and Pelot started on the soft tires, which put Pelot in a disadvantage. It felt like towards the end, kept being on the hard tires, as it felt like it was gonna be a short soft tire race. But McLaughlin never really checked out for the field. Him and Ericsson kind of let Pelot stay in it. Pelot goes with the overcut, takes the lead, and goes on to win the race. I mean, there was nothing anybody could do. The show of the race, though, Tom, I think was Marcus Ericsson. I mean, he ends up in that second stint, backs up the bus. It looked like Liam Lawson at Monaco a couple years ago or last year when he held up the entire field the whole race. It just was backing up McLaughlin, backing up Armstrong, both the McLarens in there with Lundgaard and Pato O'Ward, and allowed Pelot to open up like a 15-second gap, dude. It was unbelievable. Yep. The race was over. And then McLaughlin finally got by Ericsson. Then Ericsson makes that aggressive block down the front straightaway. Almost put Armstrong in the inside wall. Then Armstrong overshoots turn one. Loses the position back to Ericsson. And then Ericsson proceeds to block Lundgaard. I mean, I know Pelot was going to win it regardless, Tom. But I think Pelot owes Ericsson a beer or something after that race. Because not only was he going to win, but he made it where Pelot was a guarantee win at that point. Like, he gave him the extra little bit of cushion, I guess you would say, like, where he didn't really have to press too hard at the end. And then also Lundgaard had a good run, man. I did not expect Lundgaard to be in the podium. Kirkwood, it looked like, was going to score podium there, but I think the Andretti cars were just dog shit. Obviously, we saw Will Power struggle all weekend with the setup on that car. He finally came to blows in the race, hit the wall, had some suspension damage. Ericsson obviously had pace early, but on the long runs had no pace. And then again, with Kirkwood, had no pace on the long runs. Andretti's got to do some soul searching, Tom. I think Andretti is in trouble here to start this year. Yes, the results look good from St. Pete, but their pace is just so far off right now compared to Ganassi, Penske, and McLaren. So I don't know what they're going to be able to do. I said that Kirkwood was a championship favorite coming into the season. If they don't find some pace, especially on a track type, Tom, that has been their bread and butter the last 5 years, street courses, and they go to a street course and didn't have the long run speed in the race is unbelievable to me. I think you're muted, Tom.
Test?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's horrible. I don't know what the hell's going on in Andretti. Seems like the only person who could get any success is Kirkwood. And when you bring somebody in like Will Power, we talked about it in the offseason. We're going to see what Andretti actually is when Will Power goes in there and either has good races or bad races or struggles or performs or whatever. And this weekend was just a straight weekend of struggle. And I don't think that says anything about Will Power. I think that says everything about Andretti.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we talked about that heavily during the offseason.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because Andretti was your big unknown. Well, Penske is big unknown as well with everything that happened to them. They showed the pace this weekend. Obviously, Newgarden and McLaughlin both scored up in front. Malukas, I believe, would have scored good too, but then he had the tire go down. That was an issue. Also, Dixon lost the wheel. Right now, where the IndyCar series stands, I mean, Pelot, Kirkwood, maybe. I mean, I gotta see pace on the long runs out of these Andretti cars. They were fast enough to compete with Pelot and McLaughlin on the short runs, but when we got 15 laps into a run and the tire degradation started to hit, especially on the streets of St. Pete, their pace was gone. I mean, they had nothing. I gotta see long run pace out of those cars. And I don't know what gremlins that 2016 was battling, but they struggled all week and they were a non-factor.
Yes.
So Andretti's got some soul searching they've got to do to figure out how they're going to get into this championship fight here. What else does I get to talk about the IndyCar race? It was an unbelievable race. I'm just going to say the strategies were good. The way the cautions kind of laid out kind of changed the strategies a little bit. The one guy I feel bad for in this race, Tom, is Louis Foster. Louis Foster was going to try it on a 3-stopper compared to everybody's 2-stopper. And at one point in the race, it looked like he was going to be able to salvage top 10 out of that strategy. But that last, with the Scott Dixon caution, it kind of threw that all out the window. Because if the caution would have happened 5 laps later or 5 laps sooner, I think he could have been able to salvage it. But it happened right in that freaking gray area period of that race, or in between that strategy, where it just absolutely gutted his opportunity at a top 10. But regardless, I still like the alternate strategy by Rahal. They were not fast this weekend. They went out of the box strategy-wise to try and find a good finish with Louis Foster, and it almost worked out for him. So I feel confident with I feel better about RLL leaving this weekend than I do Andretti. I'm not gonna lie, Tom. I feel like RLL has a lot more to in the bag right now than what Andretti feels like they have. And most people are gonna look at the stat line and be like, oh well, Andretti, they ran whatever with 8th with Ericsson and 4th with Kirkwood, but that doesn't really, to me, that doesn't paint the picture of what Andretti went through this weekend. And I think a lot of it was strategy, was what's got them the good finishes they had. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Palou season, dude. Hello, Palou, dude. Is anybody gonna beat this man, Tom? Like, it feels unbeatable.
No.
Can he beat last year? Stats.
I think that depends on Penske performance. Yeah, because we'll see what Kirkwood could do at Long Beach. We'll see what Penske can do on ovals. We'll see what McLaren can do on both. I think McLaren's going to be in a worse state, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think McLaren's going to be in a worse state. We'll see after Phoenix, though. I bet you the first 3 races of the season, after the first 3 races of the season, we'll get a good idea.
Right, and we got some good races coming up. We've got Phoenix, obviously, an oval. We got a street course with Arlington, another street course with Long Beach, and then we have Barber, our first true road course of the year, and then we move straight into Indy 500. So these next, we're gonna have a lot of finding out to do here over these next few weeks. I like the way the schedule lays out this year. We got 3 street courses, 2 ovals, and a road course in the opening 6 rounds. So it's gonna be an interesting season. All right, let's talk about the Cup Series race, the Duramax Grand Prix at COTA. Ryan Blaney. I just want to shout out Ryan Blaney real quick. Ryan Blaney, not a road course guy at all, bro. His stats on road courses have been god-awful in his NASCAR career. What a race Blaney put together this weekend. He was definitely top 3 speed all race. At points, he was the fastest guy on track. Is this good sign for Blaney moving forward? And Penske, if you think they might have finally figured something out on these road courses here in NASCAR?
Yeah, of course. Of course it is. Of course it is. This is a great, I'd say, pickup for Penske. I think you've got 2 floundering drivers in Cindric and in Laguna, and then you've got Ryan Blaney, who absolutely, I mean, just for the most part, I would say for probably 80% of it, absolutely carries that team. I don't think that's arguable.
Yeah, it was a great run. I was impressed by Blaney, honestly. I thought at the beginning of that first stage, Tom, I was like, he's not going to be here at the end. He's obviously going to finish 20th like he always does. Like, he's got a good start, but he stayed up there. He was the only one that really challenged Reddick all day at the front of the field, and I thought that was a good race. Let's talk about it. It's time to talk about it, Tom. You mentioned it in the NASCAR O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series. How many fucking cars did Zilich pass this weekend, Tom? It had to have been at least 1 million cars, dude. He passed everybody multiple times in both races that he was in this weekend at COTA. This guy cannot buy a break. He qualifies P25. Me and Tom said he'll be up there at a certain point. By the end of stage 1, he's running 6th to start stage 2 from like 25th starting position. Drove through the field. Had what looked like one of the top 3 cars on track. And then we get a restart. And I freaking jinxed it, Tom. Or maybe, I don't know. But we're coming to get the restart, and I'm like, Zilich running 6th. And I'm like looking at this restart lineup, and then I notice who's behind old Zilich. I noticed it right when we're going down this front straightaway, Tom. I said, oh no, Suarez is behind him. And right as I say that, around goes Zilly. Bam! Suarez continues on. Absolutely. I mean, the aim of this man. Anybody building a high-rise size skyscraper in any major city around the world, watch out, because fucking Daniel Osama bin Suarez is fucking coming for you, bud. This man is an absolute clown. 2 years in a row, he has wiped out Connor Zilisch at COTA. Last year, in Connor Zilich's debut, had one of the fastest cars on track, was moving through the field, got up to the top 10, all to get absolutely destroyed by a Suarez who can't fucking hold his own pants on his waist, goes around sideways, and fucking lets off the brake, rolls up the track, and just wipes out Zilisch, who was his teammate, by the way, at the time. Fast forward to this year, restart. Suarez was never going to make that corner. This motherfucker is so salty that he lost his ride, and he has to go race for Spire. He get a little crybaby routine. Kissing my ass, motherfucker. God damn. Ran over Connor Zilisch for no fucking reason. Puts Zilisch back in dead P fucking last again. Drives his way on 4 flat-spotted tires, Tom. Runs his way all the way back through the field, past the entire field again for what had been like the 18th time this weekend. All the way up to P4, gets a lucky caution with Chastain. Wheel comes off. Gets a restart running P4. Oh, man. I'm jacked. He's got the best car on track. I think he wins that race if what doesn't happen next. Let's race restart. Freaking Hail Hamlin Hitler fucking comes out of the woodworks, getting resurrected. If Osama bin Suarez wasn't enough, here comes Hail Hamlin Hitler up here to run over half the field in a turn one. And the one guy who gets taken out again had to be Connor fucking Zilisch running fourth. and the fucked up thing is, dude, is Zilisch did everything right. He goes into turn one as wide as you possibly can, as far away from everybody as he possibly could get. You watch the replay back. Zilisch is 2 car lengths wider than the racing line into turn one. He did that just to stay out of the carnage, and he still gets wiped out. I mean, this is absolutely asinine, dude. Nobody else gets taken out, but fucking Zilisch twice with the best car. Zilisch wins this race. Zilisch is a cup winner. We're sitting here on this podcast today, Tuesday, talking about how freaking generational Connor Zilisch is, and he has nothing to show for it the entire weekend. Gets like a 20-some place finish, irrelevant in the O'Reilly's Auto Parts race. He finishes, and not only that, Tommy gets wrecked with like 10 to go. He drives again from the back of the field back to 14th by the end of it with 4 flat spotted tires again. You're telling me he doesn't win that race? Fuck off if you don't think he didn't win that race, you stupid NASCAR fans. I freaking can't stand it, man. That's a bullshit. He gets Hitlered, Osama bin. What the fuck's next, man?
Mao Zedong.
Damn, dude. Zilisch was the show. He was the show. The race. He was the race. He freaking fantastic, man. And everybody going into the weekend. Oh, Zilisch isn't going to be a threat. They didn't even talk about him in the pre-race as being a favorite because, we just don't expect rookies to do that good, blah, 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 blah. But then they turn around on the second hand and say he's a generational talent. So, he can't do good, but he's a generational. Make up your fucking mind. How can you be not that good and a generational talent at the same time? You know what generational talents do? They fucking win. They're fast. They kick your ass. That's what they do. Generation, he ain't that good. He's a rookie. He ain't gonna do the performance. But yet he's a generational talent. Well, make up your fucking mind, you fucking retards, man. I don't know, Tom. I got more ranting in me, but I want to hear from you.
I'm enjoying this.
I'm so pissed off,
I was just gonna say the same thing you are. No need to be redundant.
Oh my god, dude. My neighbor. Okay, so last night I'm sleeping, dude. My neighbor has like a porch light on or whatever. And it's like, I went to bed probably like 3-4 o'clock this morning. And I'm like dozing off. I kind of was about to the point of falling asleep. And I think my neighbor gets up at like 4:45-ish, 5 in the morning to go to work. And I'm like sitting there sleeping. And all of a sudden I kind of like see like this light coming through my window. And I woke up out of a freaking cold sweat, dude. I was like, oh my God, here comes Osama Suarez. I'm dead. Like I'm freaking out, dude. I thought he was coming through my window, dude. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker's haunting my dreams. He's haunting my life right now. I can't, Tom. I am so pissed off about this weekend, dude, because like the racing was good. It was a good race.
Yeah.
And Zilich, there should be zero questions about Zilich's ability at this point. After what you saw this weekend, nobody should be questioning that this kid is the greatest fucking thing that we've had since Max Verstappen. I mean, he is a legendary freaking driver, dude, already. And he gets taken out on 3 different occasions this weekend. Overcomes a brake failure. How much what does this guy got to do to not get wrecked, Tom? Like, some people are like, oh, it's the rookie curse. There ain't a fucking rookie curse, man. It's called Osama bin Suarez, Osama bin Day, and fucking Hamlin, dude. That's what happened to him this weekend. He got killed by all of the fucking terrorists of times past, dude, getting resurrected in these different cars this weekend. I mean, Mao Zedong, who the fuck's next? Like Tom said, it's Mao Zedong. Fucking who's that motherfucker from Mongolian that fucking fucked everybody up?
Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan, yeah. Yeah, who the fuck's gonna fuck him up next, dude? Genghis Khan, fucking Stalin, fucking, I don't even know.
I think it's pretty much safe to say anybody who goes to Spire just turns into a wrecking ball.
Facts.
Yeah.
And whoever drives a HendrickCars.com car.
Pretty much.
He's an absolute fucking loose cannon, dude. I'm just so pissed off. I still can't believe it. Reddick wins though. 3 in a row for Tyler Reddick. I can't believe it, Tom. I can't believe it, dude. It's unbelievable. Generational run, dude.
Honestly though, if it's anybody that I would have chose out of the field for the beginning of this year to do something like that, he would be so far off the top, even freaking 20. You know what I mean? To actually do something like that. To me, it's just, I don't know. I mean, did the lawsuit help him out that much?
I don't know what happened to Reddick, dude. Like,
I don't know.
The entire team, like their cars are fast. Reddick just seems like a different driver this year. Like, what did they do this offseason? Did they, like, it's like, I know March Madness is coming around, right, with college basketball, but there's like those teams every year, like the 14 or 15 seed. Not every year, but every couple years, there'll be one of those 14 or 15 seeds that'll make a run to like the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8, and you're like, this team was dog shit all year, and now here they are knocking off the best teams in the country. It's like, what are these, like, team meetings during the week like? Like, how do they are they just living on this momentum high? Like, they just carrying it forward? Like, people say momentum doesn't exist in racing, but I think momentum's huge in racing because, like, when you get the ball rolling, like when we ran the dirt car a few years ago, Tom, when we won that first race, dude, and we were just unstoppable after that. It was just the momentum, dude. Like, I would go to the track with so much confidence, and the car ran good, and I just, it didn't matter if we got put in the wall early in the race. We would find a way back to the front. It didn't matter if we started in the back. It didn't matter if we started in the front. It didn't matter if we tore off our right front and had to put it together with fucking zip ties and conduit fittings. We found a way to put the car back together. We'd always find a way to win the race. Like, momentum's a thing, man. Like, and they're on a momentum high right now that I feel like is just barreling down the mountain with irresistible force, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And had to beat Lizzie to do it.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. The way to think about this is, not only did he beat probably the best road course racer right now, provably. We'll just say provably because we haven't seen a lot of Zilly yet. None to his fault, but that beat him not only potentially with the way he was driving the track, but also with his car. Now, we can sit here and be honest with each other and say, Trackhouse probably doesn't have the best cars. Yes, at times they show up to the races and they've got a piece, and they're fast. But I'm starting to feel like that is far and few in between. And but it happens. It happens, right? But for 2311 to come out to COTA, have a better car, get that consistency out of Reddick is something of a godsend for that team, in my opinion. I think what we saw out of Tyler Reddick and the 23 team, or I'm sorry, 45 team, this weekend was just nothing short of incredible, actually.
And it wasn't easy either, Tom. If you remember that first
No.
stage, he started on pole. He fell back to like ninth. And then
That's
we
right.
got with about, what, 6 laps to go in the stage? And his car came back to him, and they went back through the field, back up to like fourth by the end of the stage.
Well,
And then it was
I
like,
think
like a
whatever
switch went off, you know?
I think whatever adjustments they made on that first pit stop was just fucking money. Whatever it was, the crew chief sacrificing his first child or whatever it may be, I don't know, but they absolutely fucking nailed it.
It was unbelievable. I love dominance in motorsports. A lot of people hate it, but I'm here for this run. We'll get to it more with our picks for Phoenix, but I don't think this run's stopping just yet, dude. I think that this team's on a generational run, dude, and I like to see it, man. I like to see it. Is there anything else you want to talk about with this weekend with racing? I thought it was a successful weekend, man. Like having a super road racing weekend, dude, with St. Pete as a backdrop, as COTA as a backdrop. I think this was a big win for motorsports in general this weekend. I loved it, man.
Yeah, it was a big W. It was great. It was great. It was a great race weekend.
Yeah, I think when we look back at it the end of the year, I think we'll probably have to put this in our top 5. I mean, yes, we got a lot of year to go, but this was an incredible race weekend. Every race was must-watch TV. We didn't have a single snoozer at all this weekend, Tom. Every race this weekend was an absolute banger. I mean, I think the truck race, one of the top 5 truck races I've seen in the last 5 years. O'Reilly's Auto Parts race was a good race in general all the way through. You had, obviously, Austin Hill had a good run. Sam Mayer had a good run. Carson Kvapil had a good run. Jesse Love had a good run. Obviously, SVG with the dominant win. Zilich driving through the field. Lots of passing, lots of aggression. That was fun to watch. The IndyCar race, tons of strategy. Great battles throughout the field. McLaughlin, I never even mentioned out the IndyCar race, but McLaughlin making that pass on the outside through turn 7 was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen, dude. I've never seen anybody do that before in my life. Unbelievable. And then obviously the Cup race was really good too. We saw a dominant performance out of Reddick. Blaney was really fast. We saw Zilich was the show, past a billion fucking cars this weekend. Nothing to show for it. Fun race weekend, man. That leads us to drivers of the week. Brent Cruz, P6 in the O'Reilly Series race in his debut. Again, I think this kid is also another one of these amazing talents. Does he have the talent of a Connor Zilich? I don't think he quite has that, but he's really fucking close. I think he's really close. I'm excited to see what he could do in the future. Connor Zilich, I don't know how many passes he made this weekend, but I'm just going to chalk it up to a billion. I think he deserves a driver of the week shout out. I know the results don't show it, but dude, the amount of skill and the amount of speed you have to be able to pass as many cars as he did this weekend is extremely impressive. Dennis Hauger, P10 in his debut in IndyCar with Dale Coyne this weekend. Unbelievable. He ran P10 all day. And that wasn't a fluke. Qualified good, and then ran top 10. They might have missed the strategy a little bit, and that's why he got the P10. I think he probably would have been a top 5, 6 guy at the end of the race. But still, fantastic run by Dennis Hauger this weekend. I'm excited to see what the rookie campaign has for him. Boneheads of the week. Osama bin Corey Day, wiping out Connor Zilich. Stingray Rob. Mao Zedong's the turn number 4 in IndyCar. And then Osama bin Suarez, wiping out Connor Zilich in the Cup Series race. Alrighty. I think it's time that we start previewing the races this weekend. F1, we got Albert Park, the Australian Grand Prix, IndyCar, and then the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and the Cup Series, all at Phoenix this weekend. Notable entries for the O'Reilly Auto Parts. We got Chandler Smith at the number 5 for Hettinger, Raja Caruth in the 32 for Jordan Anderson, Daniel Dye back with AM Racing in the 52, and then William Byron in the Junior Motorsports number 88. And then Austin Hill in the Cup Series with the 33 for RCR. All right, Tom. On Saturday, We got a doubleheader. We got the NASCAR O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series, the Gov X200. I'm going to take the guy who won the championship last year, the guy that dominated this race, absolutely dominated in Phoenix last year. I know that the fall to the spring never really translates. We see that every year at Phoenix. It's a weird oddity there. Maybe it's because one's in the night, one's in the day. That's probably has something to do with it. But I'm going to go with Jesse Love. I think Jesse Love is due to win a race in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. If they can bring the speed that they had last year at Phoenix for the championship race to this race or even close to it, I think they're going to be unbeatable, dude. I'm taking Jesse Love for the win. And then my dark horse, again, I'm going with Brent Cruz, man. He finally gets to make another start. And let's just talk about how fucking asinine NASCAR is. This guy can run at Phoenix. This guy can run at COTA. But he can't run at fucking Daytona at 17. He can't run at fucking Atlanta. He can't run at Darlington. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. We need to lift this stupid age restriction off. I think if you're ready, you're fucking ready, dude. What is 25 days? I think that's what it is, dude. He turns 18 38 days from the start of Daytona? What is the fucking difference is 38 days going to make that make him a better race car driver in 38 fucking days to qualify to run at one of these intermediate ovals, dude? How asinine NASCAR is, dude. Such bullshit.
That makes no sense. Basically, you're telling me that the day before somebody's 17th birthday and the day after the day of their 17th birthday, that like 24-hour difference, that one line drawn in the sand at 11:59:59 and 12 or midnight, that singular point in time, he gains all this wisdom and this, this knowing and all this other stuff to make him go race at Daytona. You know what I mean? Like that is the most craziest. Like everybody knows his age situation, right? Obviously, he's skilled enough to be in an Xfinity shit, no apps car or OAPS. What is it now? No apps. Yeah, I'm right. No apps car. You know, but we're waiting on that one freaking day. It doesn't make sense. There should be like, what do you call it? A extra, like a clause in the rule book where, hey, if you're within X amount of days, you can apply for a exemption, given proof and outside sources and, track time and all this other stuff to allow you to do it.
Or this should be like 90 days. I think if your 18th birthday is within 90 days after the start of the season, I think you should be eligible.
Yeah, whatever works. I'm just saying there should be something like that.
That's a quarter
because
of the
Brent's
year
gonna get screwed. Brent's gonna get screwed.
Yeah.
Can he even run for a championship?
Yeah, he's running for the championship, but he's already missed Daytona. He's already missed Atlanta. He's gonna miss
under
Darlington.
the new point series. It's just not gonna be possible.
Yeah, he's gonna miss 4 races because of his age, which is bullshit. Because he was 30? I think it was 39 days. He turns 18, 39 days after Daytona. Like,
yikes.
I think it should be 90 days. I think you're right, Tom. I think if your birthday lies within 90 days of the start of the season, you should be able to compete all year long at every track. Like, that's a quarter of a year before, you know what I mean? Like, if you're 17 and whatever, three quarters of a year, I don't even think that even matters, dude. Anyway, like, I think if you're 16 and you're ready, I think you should be able to run. Connor Zilic is winning Mazda MX-5 Cup races at fucking Daytona at 15 years old, but yet couldn't run a cup race at fucking Kansas until he was 18. Like,
yeah.
Get me a fucking break, dude. He's winning the Rolex 24 in an LMP2 car at 17, but can't run fucking Charlotte until he's 18 in NASCAR. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a break. Whatever.
Yep.
All right, your picks, Tom.
All right, my picks. So I'm just gonna be honest with everybody. I'm not looking at anybody but Ryan Sieg. Just because I don't relate with anybody there. I don't feel like, I just like Ryan Sieg. I don't really follow anybody else. But I know I'm gonna have to choose somebody. I'm just gonna go for it for the memes. This is for the memes. Okay, this is nothing else. It's for the memes. It's Corey Day. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh man, that's a good
I'm
one. God damn.
I'm gonna go with Allgaier just because previous win. Do I think he's gonna win the race? Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see. And then for my dark horse, like I said, I'm going with Ryan Sieg. He's gonna be my pick all year long. And we'll go from there.
All right, those are our picks. The second head of the doubleheader on Saturday, the IndyCar series, Good Ranchers 250 from Phoenix. I'm going to go with the guy who's running second in points right now. He finished second at St. Pete. We're on an oval. I think Penske still controls the ovals, no matter how much we want to say that there's a new oval leader. Penske's had a bad year last year, but I still think that the ovals run through Penske in IndyCar. And this guy's really hot. He's got a lot of momentum. I'm going to go with Scott McLaughlin this weekend to win this race. And then my dark horse, I'm going to go with Christian Rasmussen, dude. Why not, dude? He won the race last year in Milwaukee, a thrilling race. This dude can wheel it on an oval, man. I am super impressed with Christian Rasmussen. He's going to put on a show. If anybody's going to make it 3 wide and do some daring, crazy, bold moves, it's this young driver, dude, who is absolutely fearless and has the balls the size of Randy Marsh on that South Park episode when they're microwaving him to get medicinal cannabis. I'm going to go Christian Rasmussen as my dark horse this weekend. I think it's going to be a great race, dude. When's the last time I raced at Phoenix in IndyCar? What was it? 2017? 2018? Yeah, so it's been a while.
No, it was 17. It was 17.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's going to be interesting, man. Day race, transition tonight, maybe. Well, no, it's 3 Eastern time, so it's not going to transition. It's going to be a day race, but still, it's going to be interesting. And I don't think IndyCar's raced on the new configured Phoenix yet. Not that it's going to make that much of a difference. So they just changed the turns 1 and 2, flopped them with 3 and 4. But should be interesting. Should be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, for my favorite, I know, Jay, you're hot on Penske. You are hot on Penske. I know it. I feel it too. I get it. But what the hell is Tim Cindric gonna do? What is he gonna do? Actually, none of us know. He's probably cooking something right now where he thinks he's like, Gordon Ramsay, and he's gonna take the whole weekend by a sweep of 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's going to be that way. I think Penske still has a little bit to rebuild. This is nothing against the driver's ability. The driver's abilities are there. They are top of the line. I think when you got an organization like Penske who continues to... I shouldn't say continue. They recovered a little bit last year at the end of last year. But I don't... Again, we brought back Tim Cindric. They had a good showing on road course. That takes a lot of driver's ability to do that. Oval's a little bit different. I feel like the car is a lot more involved. We'll see. I think this is going to be a good weekend for Penske to judge, or to get a good judge on where Penske is at as an organization. But I still think that the progress that we saw with Palou last year, the wins that we saw with Palou last year on the ovals, is still a formidable force. Again, we saw it this weekend. He won the first race of the season. He's still... What was that statistic? He's been leading the points since July of 2024.
Yeah, unbelievable. I think it was like
Isn't that freaking crazy?
58 days or something like that consecutive.
Yeah. Ridiculous. I still think Palou's going to be a formidable force. I think whatever Ganassi's got going on there is freaking magical. I don't think that they're... potentially is another team that's been like that in a series that's so close. Maybe like the Jimmy Johnson era, the 5 championships. But stretching it here. But I just think Palou's on one right now. I think he's going to do really good this weekend. Here is my struggles with Phoenix. The last time we went to Phoenix, the dirty air was so immense, nobody could pass. The only way you could pass is through pit strategy. Is that going to happen this weekend? I think yes. I think Phoenix racing is going to be abysmal. I think your qualifying is going to be the most important thing of the weekend. Palou is great at qualifying, but so is Penske, McLaren, And we're still waiting on Andretti here. We'll see what Andretti does this weekend. I'm not too confident, but we'll see what they can do. But I still think that Pilot can absolutely be on top there. But again, circling back to this, for my dark horse, I'm going with a Penske team, and that's Malukas. I think though that Malukas can do anything. I think he can do anything. I think he's probably one of the most I think he is the most underrated driver in IndyCar right now. And we're just watching the comeback tour just fucking thrive. And I think that this is a great opportunity for Malukas to go out there and win. I think he can do it.
No, I like that dark horse pick. I kind of wanted to take that one as well, but I'm leaning on the excitement factor there at the Rasmussen. I think McLaughlin was the last guy to lead the points other than Alex Palou. I think he was the one that got the points lead taken from him.
I don't remember.
In 2024. Regardless, I think you're right. I think it's going to be an interesting race. Qualifying is going to be extremely important strategy. I think we'll see a little bit of attrition in this race as well. I can see a lot of wrecks because if passing is going to be as difficult as what we're kind of predicting here, we're going to see people making some crazy aggressive moves and probably not working out for them.
Here's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of tire blowouts, whether it be the right rear or the right front. You're going to see dirty air understeer, and you're going to see wrecks going into what we believe is turn 1 and turn 3.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to see it. But that dog leg does add a little bit of question marks. I don't know how those Indy cars can handle it.
I would be shocked if I saw any of them try to use that dog leg, to be honest with you, dude.
Yeah, but if you're looking at like 3 laps to go and you've got the top 5 under a blanket,
you're going to have to. You're going to have to.
They're going to use it.
Yeah.
They're going to use it.
I don't think
and
we're going to see it
exciting.
Early. We're going to see it late, but yeah, I think
they're going to be practicing it though. They'll definitely practice it, and we'll see.
I think guys like Christopher Rasmussen and David Malukas are going to be 2 of those guys that are going to definitely take advantage of that.
Of course,
that dog leg for sure.
Yes.
It's going to be an interesting race, man. I'm excited. We might do a watch party for that one as well this weekend. I haven't decided what we're going to do watch party wise, so we'll figure that out this weekend. Time for the Formula 1. This will be late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Early race, late race, whatever you want to classify it as. But it's the Australian Grand Prix. This race has been an absolute banger for years now, Tom. I mean, this is one of the can't-miss races on the entire F1 schedule. We're going into a lot of unknowns here in 2026. We got new regulations. We got 2 new teams on the grid with Cadillac and Audi. We've got the new car that we've seen a lot of testing. Ferrari's experimenting with all different types of rear wings. Mercedes with their engine question marks, I guess. It's going to be an interesting race, Tom. I really don't know what to expect. I really don't even know if you can gauge the championship off of this race because it's going to be so unique. A lot of people are predicting Mercedes, Ferrari to be kind of the 2 teams to lead the field this year at the early parts until we get into the development stages later in the year. Me and Tom came here in the podcast earlier a couple weeks ago, and we talked about Mercedes is going to be that team that's going to probably take the fight in the Constructors' Championship and maybe even for the World Championship. But with that being said, man, I don't put any stock in Ferrari. Ferrari is a lot of smoke.
No.
Ferrari is like that chick you meet on Tinder where her profile pictures from 8 years ago when she looked good, and then you meet her on a date and she actually looks like a fucking cow, like no joke, an actual cow. So, yeah, I think Ferrari's a lot of hype, a lot of smoke. I don't know what the results are going to be there. I know Leclerc can get the job done. I don't know about Hamilton. He's got a lot of drama behind the scenes, trying to be the next. I mean, how many freaking athletes and celebrities are the Kardashians going to date? Dear Lord. So I got a lot of question marks there with Hamilton going into 2026. But when everything is settled, Tom, I think you got to stick with the tried and true here for a pick, man. I'm going Max Verstappen. Whether the car's good or not, Verstappen's still going to get the result. Maybe if the car's dog shit, maybe he won't win, but he's still going to podium, you know? So I feel like the safe bet here is Verstappen for a race win this weekend. Dark horse. This could be the only time we get to pick him as a dark horse, Tom. Not going to lie. I think Antonelli. is going to win multiple races this year. I think he's going to be a threat for the world title all year long. Those Mercedes cars are going to be quick. Um, I wouldn't be shocked if they went 1-2 in this race, to be honest with you. I think that Mercedes is going to be absolutely freaking flying this weekend. I'm going to take Antonelli as a dark horse. I'm covering my bases with the reliable Verstappen and then who I think potentially will win the race. I think it's going to be Kimi Antonelli. So that's my dark horse.
Yeah, you know what? By God, we're gonna do it. I've been doing it for the past year and a half. We're going for Verstappen Antonelli. I mean, what the hell are we talking about? What are we talking about? Of course. There's no other pick. There's no other pick. It's Verstappen Antonelli. You got Verstappen, the best driver in the world. You got Antonelli with the Mercedes engine and the variable compression. Come on. George Russell's going to bin it coming out of turn 5 again.
And go
wind up in the middle of the race. Wind up in the middle of the freaking racetrack. Yeah. Get out of here! That's what we're doing.
Oh, man. Another cool storyline would be redemption by Oscar Piastri, winning at his home grand race, but I don't think we're going to see the pace out of McLaren this year. So I hate to tell you guys, but your favorite not-so-good race car driver, old Wando Norris, is going to get bumped this year. And, yeah, he's going to need a hashtag Me Too at the end of this season. All right, now for the Cup Series, the Straight Talk Wireless 500. There's a lot of talk going into this race about Penske. Obviously, have dominated Phoenix over the last few years. Byron would be a good pick. Abel would be a good pick because they've had a lot of track record of success at Phoenix. But you know what, Tom? Momentum's a real fucking thing in motorsports, man. Momentum is real. Yep. It's high. It's running wild. Reddick has had good runs at Phoenix at certain times in the past. He's had bad runs at Phoenix. I just can't overlook the fact the momentum is just so high with this 45 team. Reddick is a different driver, man. Like, he's just locked in. Like, every interview I see him in, like, he's just a focused, all attention forward. He's not living in the moment. He's kind of always projecting forward. And I think that's big, man. Like, like, the mindset's there. The team is riding confidence. Their cars are extremely fast. I think Reddick makes it 4 in a row to start the season, Tom. And we're going to live. We're in an absolute level of dominance that we have not seen in NASCAR in a long fucking time. I mean, obviously, Larson was a few years ago, won 10 races. I think Hamlin and Harvick both won 9 one year, a couple years ago. I think Reddick's on track to have one of the most historic NASCAR seasons of all time. I mean, what was it? Jeff Gordon, Richard Petty both have the record tied at 13 wins in a season. I think Reddick has the potential to get towards that number this year. And Phoenix isn't even one of his best tracks. I'm picking him to win. Look at some of the tracks we have coming up for Reddick. We've got Darlington coming up. We've got 3 more road courses coming up.
Yep.
We've seen their speed on super speedways. We still got 4 of those left on the schedule. He's won at Talladega before. He's won at Atlanta, Daytona now. Kansas, he's really good. He's going to be good at Chicagoland. Charlotte, he's really good. I mean, there's so many tracks left on the schedule where I'm like, Reddick is a threat to win. So many. Kansas, exactly. Yeah. There's so many tracks where I'm looking at this 45 team. I think we're going to see a historic record-breaking season out of Reddick this year, and I think it starts with 4 in a row here at Phoenix. And then my dark horse, I'm going to go with Hossein Karsavar for no other reason besides the fact that I think he's going to absolutely be a menace again. And I'm here to see.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of potential to witness greatness this season, and it honestly has already started. It started with Reddick. I don't think it's going to end with Reddick. I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of good stuff out of multiple drivers. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of good stuff out of SVG again. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of good stuff out of Connor Zilic. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of good stuff out of Carson Hocevar. I think this year is the year. If Carson can't win a race this year, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, I agree. He has to win.
Has to.
Yeah, he's got so much pressure to win this year, for sure.
I honestly believe this is a Blaney year, too. I think Blaney can absolutely do it. And to back that up, look what he did at COTA, dude.
Unbelievable.
That was
Unbelievable.
crazy. But yeah. So with that being said, though, with that last driver, I'm gonna choose Blaney for Phoenix. He has had immense successes there, in the past, winning a championship and just overall being quick there. My only hiccup with Blaney for this weekend, and it's literally the only hiccup, is the history of Phoenix 1 with Penske is not good. Phoenix 2 with Penske is always good. Always good. Always good. But that's my only hiccup. But I just have a feeling. I have a feeling about Blaney. I have a feeling. And then for my dark horse, I'm going to go with Priest. I think Priest is also probably, in my opinion, other than the obvious of Connor Zilic, the dark horse of the year. I don't know if he can win a race this year, but I mean, other than the clash, but uh, I don't know. I want Priest to win so bad. I just want to see the win. That's it. I just want to see it out of Priest. And then I'll get off I'll get off that high horse.
Alrighty. We'll do NASCAR fantasy and then we'll wrap up this podcast for tonight. I was gonna do F1 fantasy, but I threw my lineup together in like 3 minutes and I'm still debating what I'm gonna do with that. So I don't really want to bore you guys with any F1 fantasy lineups, but we'll do NASCAR instead, or at least do NASCAR for today. My lineup, I got Reddick, Bell, Hamlin, Briscoe, Blaney. I'm going Toyota heavy with Blaney in there as well.
I'm gonna go Blaney, Hamlin, Reddick, and then I'm gonna go Bell and Laguna.
I like that lineup. Yeah, because you've got Laguna instead of can't go Briscoe, so we'll see how that plays out. All right,
Well,
matchups.
Briscoe's gonna be strong, man.
Oh, I think he will be too. So we'll see how it plays out. Matchups. We got Reddick versus Hung Money. I'm going Reddick, dude. The momentum, dude. It's real. It's on fire.
Yes, same. Plus, that 5 car is just gonna kiss the wall again.
Yeah, we're gonna have another Hung Money moment. All right, next is Blaney and Bell. I think this is a good matchup. I think you could go there. I don't think you can go wrong with either pick here. But I'm gonna go Blaney because I think if anybody's gonna contend with Reddick for the win, I think it's gonna be Blaney, man. I really do. I think Blaney is a legitimately contender to win this race. And like Tom said, I think Blaney is going to be a championship threat by the end of the year. I think as it stands, it's Reddick, it's Blaney. It's really gonna be who's gonna be that next person to kind of step up to take that from them.
Yeah, exact same thing. I'm going with Blaney.
All right, then we got Hamlin and Laguna. I think the Third Reich is going to succeed here. I'm going to go Hamlin over.
No, this is the Fourth Reich.
Okay, the Fourth Reich. Okay. I'll go Hail.
Yeah, I'll go to Hamlin too.
Yeah. Hail Hitler Hamlin over the Laguna.
I'm going with Hamlin too.
All right, and then the final matchup we got Chastain versus Buescher. I'm gonna go Chastain. I think hit and miss with the Trackhouse cars all year. They were fast at Atlanta. They were fast at COTA. Can they be faster at Phoenix? I don't know. But I feel like I have more confidence in them than RFK right now. So I'm gonna go with Chastain.
I think that both of these cars are hit and miss. I think that the 17, ever since, I mean, last year was not a good year for RFK in comparison to the year before. I think they had a lot of hit and miss last year with Kez and with Buescher. I think we saw a lot more consistency out of Priest than those two cars last year. So with the inconsistencies that's been going on, at least we can say Chastain won a race last year. So I'm going to go with Chastain.
Alrighty. Those are our NASCAR fantasy lineups here for this week at Phoenix. Another great podcast, Tom.
In the books.
It's gonna take me a while to get over this whole COTA weekend, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still not over it, man. I'm still not over it. It's probably gonna be a couple weeks. I'm in like that end stage depression, I guess you would say. So we'll see. We'll get over it eventually. It's just gonna take me a while to get over this weekend, how terrible and tragic that was. But overall, it was a good race weekend. I enjoyed it. I love the road racing. We're gonna get back to some oval racing here next with some IndyCar and NASCAR. But F1 is back too, man. I'm so excited. F1 at Australia is one of the best races of the year, so we're gonna have some good racing. If you guys turn on the notifications, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with the watch parties we'll have this weekend. Haven't completely decided what we're going to do watch party wise. So stay tuned. Turn on notifications and you'll be up to date with everything happening. If you guys also want to follow us on all of our social media platforms, all those are on the bottom of the screen for you to follow, as well as all have links in the description below. If you guys want to join the best motorsports community on the internet, join our Discord. It's so much fun in there. We post all the drama, news, rumors, memes, everything motorsports related from around the world. It's so much fun. Come in there, post your own stuff. We love when you guys do that. We interact in there with you guys every single day. If you guys want to support the Dega Boys, and you don't want to be a part of that Fourth Reich with Hell, Hamlin, Hitler, or you don't want to be one of those tragic raggies from the Osama bin Suarez and Osama bin Day camp, or you don't want to look like Stalin Stingray, and absolutely eat the wall, then buy you some Dega Boy merch. You know why Alex Pillow, SVG, and Lane Riggs and Tyler Reddick are all winning these races? Because they're all wearing Dega Boy merch, dude. It is literally a good luck charm. It literally will propel you to victory. It will. It will do it. If you guys want, buy you some Dega Boy merch, turn your favorite drivers onto it so they can win some races. I'm just saying. You might need it. Especially them Chase Elliott sexual fans. They might need it. They might need it. It's been a rough year. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have been having fun with these watch parties. Me and Tom have been having a blast. A lot of crash outs this weekend. But we have some good content, man. We're unhinged, unfiltered, and we just let it rip. And we love racing so much. We just get involved so much on these watch parties. We really appreciate you guys jumping in and chatting with us. TP, good to see you again in the chat there, brother. Hopefully you enjoyed the podcast. Thanks again for everybody who tuned in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the races this weekend, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to the races this upcoming weekend. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.